Look at the weather.
It's beautiful here.
Non-stop rain.
Oh, man, it is a blazer out there.
It's cold and it's shivery.
It is cold.
It's really coming down here.
I really enjoy your weather reports.
From the All Indiana Podcast Network, we're talking weather in a whole new way. From historical events to what's coming up, plus weather news, science, safety, fun facts, and more.
I like where this is going.
This is Weather Weekly. Weather Weekly with Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Marcus Bailey.
It is episode 151, Weather Weekly. Good to be with you as we roll along, middle of the month of November. Pretty nice weekend we're coming off. Hopefully you were able to get out and enjoy. I see already in the 9 neighborhood anyway, probably the same in yours. I saw a lot of people out putting up some holiday lights. Good weekend for it, honestly. Now, there could be a debate. This would be not in my podcast realm here. But there could be debate on whether you turn it on yet or not. But certainly the weather has been quite nice to be able to do some of those outdoor decorations before it does get a little too chilly as we approach the holiday. Tell you what, pretty good looking forecast up and coming for this upcoming work week with, I think, well above average temperatures long term here. We kind of hinted at that a little bit at the end of the podcast last week, and not a lot of rain chances too. So hopefully if you got some stuff to do outside, this is going to be the week to do it. We will have that forecast as we roll along the week ahead for November 13th, 2023. That's coming up next here on Weather Weekly. Episode 151, Weather Weekly. Good to have you along here as we roll along already through almost the middle of the month of November. We're just flying along here. This is the week ahead for November 13th, 2023. Let's dive in. And we will begin with November 13th. That's a Monday. And I'll tell you what, real nice. We were pretty good this weekend. You know, we just kind of gradually warmed up. We were at or slightly above average in terms of temperatures. I think we're going to be seeing the bulk of our days this upcoming week with above average temperatures as well. It does begin for Monday with tons of sunshine. You're going to have a little boundary, just a very weak one kind of rolling through. Maybe a few clouds around here and there, but overall, I think we are in great shape heading into the afternoon hours of Monday. We'll finish with a high of around 63 in Indianapolis. Overnight, chilly, but seasonably so. You got to keep in mind average lows this time of year, low to mid 30s. And I think that's where we'll be at here for your Monday night, down to a low of 34. There'll be many areas that probably dip below freezing. Tuesday, the 14th, slightly cooler, just slightly cooler. We're still above average here. We'll go with mostly sunny skies through the day and a high of around 60. That's in Indianapolis. I think some of the outlying areas probably struggle to get out of the 50s, but still pretty nice. Wind's not a huge issue, maybe a little breezy at times, but not too bad. And overnight lows Tuesday night, dipping down into the mid 30s to wake up to Wednesday morning. Wednesday, the 15th, warmer day. We'll go mostly sunny, quiet, 63 for your high, an overnight low of 40. And then we'll have some changes coming our way late into the week. Now, I think Thursday, the 16th, will be the warmest day in this 8-day forecast. I do think it will be a little more on the windy side as we're going to be on the front end of a cold front that'll be working through the Midwest. Probably won't arrive here until Thursday overnight into Friday. So I think bulk of your Thursday is dry. We'll go the high of 65, but we'll likely see wind gusts anywhere in that 30 to 40 mile per hour range Thursday afternoon. Overnight low down to 51 as clouds increase and kind of a push of milder air comes in from the south. Friday is the only chance of rain that I have in the extended forecast. Friday the 17th. Mentioned a cold front moving through, kind of leaning toward morning rain right now. As this moves through, it doesn't look exceptional. I think the long range models are saying anywhere between maybe a tenth to a quarter of an inch. And I think that's kind of on the optimistic side. We'll go with a high of 58. And I do think Friday is going to be a windy day. Again, with this passage of the cold front, you're probably looking at gusts 30 to 35 miles per hour. It will be a chillier breeze as those winds kind of shift to the north and west in the wake of the cold front. 58 for the high on Friday, 37 for the low Friday night. Weekend, not too bad. It is going to be cooler compared to the mild temperatures we'll have for much of this week. but we're still at or slightly above average. Saturday, the 18th, 56 for your high, 36 for your low. Sunday, the 19th, 57 for your high, 40 for your low. And then Monday, as we gear up for, I guess that'd be Thanksgiving week. All right. Monday looks pretty quiet on the 20th, with partly cloudy skies and highs in the mid and upper 50s. So looking good in that regard there. Very mild temperatures, good stuff on the way. Hopefully you can enjoy the next several days. All right, we'll have the 8 to 14 day outlook and recap some other stuff here coming up next here on Weather Weekly. Before we get to kind of the statistics here, I should also mention that coming up this week is the 10-year anniversary of the November 17th, 2013 Indiana tornado outbreak. If you want to go back and scroll back on the podcast series here, I've got several of those that I've done over the past couple of years, recapping the tornado outbreaks, not only here in Indiana, but back then in 2013, my job was actually in Peoria, Illinois. Where there was an EF4 tornado that hit just outside of Peoria. It eventually ended up working in to some of the suburbs of Chicago. But my colleague, Steve Indiana, meteorologist Steve Indiana, and I kind of went in depth about the Indiana outbreak. I did want to briefly mention it, though. In Indiana, just alone, there was 30 tornadoes. There was dozens more in other states. It wasn't just an Indiana thing. Like I said, Illinois was hit pretty hard. In central Indiana specifically, the strongest tornado was rated an EF3. There were 8 EF2 tornadoes, 6 EF1 tornadoes, 1 EF0 tornado in central Indiana. Specifically, this number of tornadoes for the entire state is the largest outbreak for November in recorded history for the state and the second largest outbreak in the state's history for any month. June 2nd, 1990 is first with 37 tornadoes. So again, if you're interested in hearing more about that, you'll scroll down here on whatever platform you're listening to. And I have a few. You have to go back in some of the November recordings. I believe we did one last year and maybe the year before as well, talking about the anniversaries of these tornado outbreaks. This one, obviously, one of the biggest one in the state history. So you might want to check that out. Again, that was November 17th, 2023. All right, let's look at climate stuff here. In terms of where we stand right now, precip, we're okay. I mean, we're about halfway through. November's not an exceptionally wet month. We're down 1.22. We've only picked up about 0.16 of rainfall so far. No snow in the gauge as of right now. And that's where we stand in terms of the precip for Indianapolis. All right, 8 to 14 day outlook. Still some signals of above average temperatures. This would take us from the time frame of November 20th through the 26th. So that would take us toward Thanksgiving. And there are some signals that we may turn a little more soggy with a chance for above average precipitation, 3 to 4 week outlook. This would be the 25th through December 8th. No strong signals for precip, but there is a strong signal for above average temperatures to roll on for the beginning of the new month there. So did want to give you a heads up as well before we wrap things up in this podcast. We also have our winter weather special that will be airing on Wish TV and wishtv.com. That will be Wednesday, the 15th at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I believe it'll likely be up for replay on the website. I'll have to work to confirm that. But hopefully you can check it out. We got a lot of great winter weather safety tips. I think always the best one that we have. Ryan Morris did a story with our good friend Mike Ryan. We've done podcasts with him before about the winter weather outlook, and he gives his detailed analysis on what El Nino is going to mean. Looks like it's pretty strong El Nino season and what that will mean for our winter weather here and when it will kind of get started and potentially how much snow, ice, sleet, rain we could possibly see for this winter. So check that out again. That's 6:30, Wednesday the 15th, only on Wish TV and WishTV.com. And don't forget, you can always get our forecast for free with our Wish TV Storm Track 8 weather app, and always at WishTV.com/weather. And you can get my forecast Monday through Friday on the TV side on Wish TV's Daybreak starting at 4 a.m. We'd love to always hear your feedback as well. You can shoot me an email, marcus.bailey@wishtv.com. And I'm on social media. Marcus Bailey Weather is what you search for on Facebook, and at Marcus Bailey on Instagram and X as well. While you're here, make sure to check out all the other great podcasts, all part of the All Indiana Podcast Network. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. We'll talk to you soon, and God bless.
Discover more from Storm Track 8 Weather and Wish TV. Online at wishtv.com, and when you follow Wish TV on Facebook. Plus, be sure to check out more great podcasts from the All Indiana Podcast Network now at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.